Hey everybody, it's Jeff, and this is part 16 of the Hobby Boss GMC Bofors truck in 1/35th scale dedicated to Jim Steen. Hope you guys are all doing really well today. It's a beautiful day here. Let's go down the bench. I'm going to do something a little bit different this time. I'm not going to do any building at all. I spent a good number of hours today in the paint booth, and I've got the basic color down, and I'm just going to show you what I did today, and I'm going to take a little break. So this one will be short, and then I'll pick up again tomorrow, and we'll start building again. But I'll just show you my paint work today, okay? Okay, I'll be right back. Thanks, guys. Okay, here's the color I used for the majority. It's a Mr. Color 304. It's olive drab, federal standard number 34087. Well, it's a semi-gloss. Okay, what I did, I bought 3 jars of this. I really didn't know for sure how far it would go. But I have 1 full jar left, and I have a part of a jar that's already thinned. This is a Mr. Surfacer jar, a little bit bigger. And what I did was I took one of these and dumped it in, and then I took 2 more of these of thinner. So it's a 2-to-1 mix, and it sprayed beautifully through my Harder and Steenbeck airbrush. No spits, no sputters, no problems whatsoever. So I've got some already thinned. I've got a couple more parts like the rearview mirror and a few other little things that I'll need to spray yet, but I'll have this. This is such a common color. I'll use it for other things. But let me show you what I've done. Okay, here's the cab. I've got to paint the headlights and then add the clear parts. And of course I need to add the steering wheel and the seats and that type of thing. But they'll be coming. There's some different colors and things we're going to be doing. But there's the basic cab. If you look real close, you can just barely see a little sink mark on 2 sink marks on both sides. But I think the spare tire and the ammo cans are going to cover on this side. Okay, so it sprayed really, really well. There's the inside, all painted up. Okay, I probably do some detail painting in there. Maybe paint a couple of those boxes black or something, just for some variation. And of course, I'm going to put a wash on this to make some of the parts stand out a little bit. There's our basic cab. Okay. You notice there's no gap there on the side, or virtually no gap. It was pretty bad from before. Here's the frame, all painted up. I put some masking tape over the brake drums. It tells you in the instructions to glue the brake drum to the wheel, but I glued the brake drum here, and that way I'll just pull the tape off and I can put the wheels on, and there's no paint in the connection. Okay, I'll definitely paint like the air cleaner and a few other things. Probably the radiator hose. I noticed this kit doesn't have a lower radiator hose. And then I've got to add the cable to the front. Okay. Sorry, don't want to make anybody sick. Motion sickness. Okay. I think it came out real well. I really like those lacquer paints. Okay, and I'll paint the exhaust pipe, in rust, and I'll definitely do a wash and stuff on the bottom of this. dirty it up a little bit. Okay. Here's the back of the box. This will be where the gun will sit, right here. I should get something to point with. Oh, that's okay. There's our little storage boxes. I'm really glad I took the time to sand the seams and everything on those. Everything, they came out real nice. There's my tail lights. I've got to paint the lenses, and I've got to add some reflectors. They'll be in a different color though. Okay. And then I'll be giving all this a wash and some chipping and things like that, I'm sure. That's basically the back though. Okay, this is the front of the bed, and this is the travel lock for the gun barrel. Okay, here's our little photo etch box for the gas cans. Then I've got a couple of reflectors that'll need to go here and here. It all came out pretty well, I think. Okay. Still a lot to do, but the basic colors are all down. Okay. Here's ammo boxes. There's the dash. I need to do a little bit of detail work on it. The gauges and stuff are so small, it's not going to be possible to do too much with it. Okay. And here's the windshield frame. I've got a little more work to do on that, and there's the grill. Here's the wheels. I've got four doubles for the rear. These are the fronts, and this is the spare. And then these are the other half of the wheels. What I did, I took a little bit of masking tape and I ran around all these. These are all masked off. And then that'll leave a clean edge here to glue against the wheel, so that I'm gluing against good plastic against good plastic. I'm not gluing the edge together, I'm gluing the sides to the wheel. So all these have got a little piece of masking tape on them. It should go together real good. Other than that, I have the tires, which I've shown you a couple of times, and they're all painted in the rubber black and they're good to go. The only thing left to do majorly as far as painting is the I have to paint the seats, and I'm going to paint those in a khaki. The instructions say to do it in black, but I'm fairly certain they're canvas, so I'll go ahead and do a khaki on those. And then like the spare barrel, and of course I've still got a lot of work to do on this, so I'll be painting this all up separately. But anyway, that's pretty much brings you up to date on what I did today. I thought about trying to film it, but you know, watching paint is kind of a slow process, and I didn't think anybody really cared to watch it. I might do a little bit of painting on camera in the future. I really like the paints that I'm using, the Mr. Color paints, and I've got a Harder and Steenbeck airbrush that works really well. I painted all of this with the 0.15 needle. With 1/35 stuff, in the past I'd always use an airbrush with a 0.35 needle, and I always felt kind of like I was working with a fire hose. You know, way too much paint, way too fast. So using this 0.15 and a low air pressure, you can really direct right where you want to paint, and it worked out really good. Okay guys, well, that's all I'm going to do for today. Try and keep this kind of short. I really appreciate you watching, and I'll be back tomorrow and we'll be working on the gun some more. You guys all have a great day, okay? Bye-bye.